This magnificent forest scenery is in Jinshi Township, Hsinchu County, home to the Dayan people. For the Dayan people, this forest is their refrigerator. They take what they need to live and do not waste anything. In order to protect this perpetual, self-sufficient, and magical refrigerator, the Dayan people have developed ways to live in harmony with nature over the past millennia. Shifting cultivation is one example. After selecting a suitable plot of land, the indigenous people would establish fire lines and start a controlled burn to remove weeds. The ashes after burning are used as natural fertilizer. During the farming process, the indigenous people do not need to fertilize the land directly. In terms of crop selection, they would select hybrid varieties. In addition to the millet, their staple grain, they also grew sweet potato or taro to ensure harvests year-round. Sweet potato vines can also help to prevent soil erosion. After repeated harvests, the land will gradually be depleted of nutrients. At this time, shifting cultivation is adopted to another farmland, and the original land is left to lie fallow for some time. They would also plant makino bamboo or alder to restore the soil's nutrients before the next use. These Dayan farming concepts simulate the natural ecosystem, with almost no impact on the balance of nature. This refrigerator can be maintained indefinitely. Environmental harmony-based farming also plays a pivotal role in the Dayan festival culture. However, under modern governance, legislations were introduced to nationalize most of the indigenous people's lands. The Dayan people's farming method has switched from shifting cultivation, which uses larger farming land, to fixed-point farming that uses smaller farming land. Their traditional crops were also replaced by cash crops. Gradually, this autonomous access refrigerator became locked. Many millet farming-related customs have gradually faded from the Dayan people's memories. Fearing the decline of the farming culture, worker of culture and history from the Dabahu tribe, teacher Ba Gong Domi, started the millet recultivation project in 2016.
第一年的时候，是我跟我爸爸自己2个人在种。可是我爸爸跟我讲，你知道吗？种小米要有仪式。那我跟我爸爸讲，我说爸，你要帮我啊，仪式就由你来帮我处理，然后小米我来照顾。那其实我不在家的时候，他趁我不在家，他就偷偷的来看小米啊，你要间拔了，你要除草了，你要赶鸟了啊，你要干嘛了？你要做什么种种这些事情。第一年我们把小米种出来了，那我们也遇到了天候不佳，那小米长得不好。第2年我又再重新种，然后到第3年，一群的妇女进来，妇女大部分都是在部落的人，然后很多的妇女可以谈一件事情，就是谈小米的事情，每一个人都可以参与。
After 30 years without farming millet, the efforts of teacher Ba Gong and other like-minded people allow the millet seeds to bloom and thrive in their tribe.
人进来小米田了，一段很长的时间，其实它可以化开我们彼此之间过去可能的一些紧张。我们会聊天聊地聊很多。
Recultivating millet has replanted the traditional farming culture, strengthened the bond between people, and enabled the younger generation to see the diversity of millet again and its importance to the Dayan culture. Millet comes in various colors, like light brown, brown, reddish orange, purplish black, different shapes, and different lengths. Over 30 millet varieties are stored here. Darker millet is mostly used to make wine to celebrate the blessing of the ancestral spirits. Sticky millet can be used to make cakes. light yellow, non-sticky millet can serve as a staple and a good aid to preserve food. Teacher Ba Gong mixes this millet with shovel-jaw carp and flying squirrel meat, adds salt, and places them in jars for preservation. This process method is called dama mian. It can preserve food for a long time. The acidic environment after salinity and fermentation is more conducive to food preservation. Ancient Taiwan hunters used this method to preserve the prey that cannot be brought back to the tribe. The hunter would dig a hole in the ground, place the prey in the hole, and then add some table salt and millet to make dama mian. The hole is then covered using Asian taro leaves. The meat can be safely preserved in the hole until the hunter returns to collect it. The Dayan's philosophy of living in harmony with nature is fully illustrated in this traditional cuisine that requires partnership between the people, millet, and prey. Through millet recultivation, teacher Ba Gong has recalled people's memories of living in harmony with the forest over the past thousands of years and found a way to open the refrigerator. In the neighboring Baga tribe, teacher Xia Dali, who has called himself a farm fool, has combined the wisdom of the elders and the modern natural farming theory to find other clever ways to use the refrigerator. Walking through the mountain road, teacher Xia Dali enters a lush bamboo forest. This is where he finds his farming partners.
打泵是什么呢？就是我们泰雅族的菌，就是我们讲的微生物菌。那微生物菌比较特别的是，我们看不到它，但是它看得到我们，它就是在这个环境里面。这叫微生物菌块。那我们就会用这个微生物菌块呢，去培养到我们的菜园。剩下的微生物我们就必须要盖起来，然后留一半要给下一代孩子。哦，这是老人家教我们要传承。 不可以贪心，不能全部都带走。这个就是爸爸过去留给我的，然后很特别，就是老人家会用传统知识，竹笋就很甜，很甜的话，微生物特别喜欢在竹园，它会在那边去培养它自己的菌，就是那个菌体就会会自己慢慢扩大。小时候也不敢摸，会觉得说啊，这个是不是有毒或不好？可是爸爸就说这个是很好的东西，以前他们会拿来喂鸡。 然后鸡粪便不会臭，那因为现在我就可以把它培养到有一些数据，科学的数据出来。那以前是不用啦，老人家就是大概就是问这样子，我们就会拿去培养这样。
After collection, teacher Xia took it to his barn to start the microbiological experiments.
我现在要把这个微生物快速的去做培养。 那所以我会去后面装一些我在做的一些酵素跟汉方这些资材。
To fulfill his agricultural ideology, teacher Xia has abandoned the customary stable harvest farming practice and went to Korea to study natural farming. After returning home, it took him nearly 10 years of continual experiments to put his farm on the right track. Because of this arduous journey, his relatives and friends nicknamed him the Farm Fool. Tear the collected microorganisms into small pieces, pour in the formula recipe, and add water into the barrel to generate bubbles. Let it settle for a while, and the microbial liquid fertilizer is ready. The microorganisms from the forest can be said as the soul of the Xia farm. From crop fertilizer to chicken nutrient solution and chicken feed, these are all products of microbial action.
一般惯习养鸡，当然都是比较偏向是用饲料啦。饲料它就没有透过微生物啊。那我们不是，我们是会去想到说，微生物可以保护环境，给下一代好的环境，然后好的生态。微生物发酵过的这些地面粪便没有味道，我们又可以拿来第二次发酵，这样。
The chicken feces do not have an unpleasant odor. After microbial process, the feces are made into fertilizer and returned to nature in an endless cycle. The farm fool is not alone. countless microorganisms are his powerful farming partners. They work hard day and night without rest. Whether by following the tradition or finding other methods, the Taiwan people of Jinshi Township have once again created the key to open the natural refrigerator and coexist with the mountain forest in harmony. In this era of global warming and sharp decline in biodiversity, their wisdom is the most precious treasure.